Good evening, guys. Um, Actually, what happened from Margao, I'm the only guy. I thought ki I am attending this session, and I have attended this session only because I came to know ki Kanak is conducting this session. So first time I am attending your volatility coach kind of session, and I want to know because somewhere in I started in 2009 as a financial advisor doing goal-based financial planning. Prior to that, I was working with broking company, and prior to that, leading private bank in Bombay. So when I started in 2009 till now, I have read so many books, I have listened to so many videos, I have attended many conferences, workshops, and I have also listened to the fund manager talks. So everywhere, I think the underlying point is only one simple thing. Uh, that is 90% of our returns are based on asset allocation. Only 10% depends on the scheme selection or the security selection. But unfortunately, the focus is exactly the opposite. So 90% of our focus is on scheme selection, security selection, and only 10% priority is being given to the asset allocation. I think we as an advisor understand this and implement in our client's life the right asset allocation as per the goals, life goals of the investors. I think our problem is solved. Okay, so this is one key takeaway for me, and it is being reinforced even in today's presentation or the gamification of asset allocation also. Because one thing I also came to know key, you also need to add now the global equity to have a better diversification. Okay? So many of the people also I read ki there is a book called Psychology of Money, wherein I heard audiobook is available in Audible, where I heard ki more than 50% of the fund managers in US don't invest their own money in the funds where they are managing. Okay, so it is a big aberration for me, very surprising for me. And he said it could be possible across the globe, same thing, right? So, but when it comes to me, so I am a strong believer of practice what you preach, or preach what you practice. If I am doing investments in mutual funds, then I am more convinced to tell the investors to do investments in mutual funds. Okay, so I am also with Shobhat because I personally haven't invested in real estate when I started earning reasonably good money. So I am also of the belief that 80% or rather 90% of the people, especially youngsters, contributing almost 70 to 80% of their earnings towards paying the only housing loan EMI, just to show the world that they are owning a villa, they are buying a bungalow, or they are having a posh property in a prime location or at a metro place. But during the COVID times, a lot of my friend circle, colleagues, a lot of people, relatives, they have completely shaken. And in fact, one of my senior MBA batchmate, he sold his property who bought for 1 crore, and he could not sold. In fact, the bank sold it for 60 lakh rupees. So that kind of distress sales also happened, and he has gone back 10 years in terms of his financial life. Okay, so this is again one more life experience for me. So now I have almost completed 13 years of my journey. In this process, most of my own asset allocation is hybrid equity. Okay, and the same thing I have practiced even in my client's life, and especially during tough times like COVID, uh, many of the advisors getting continuous calls of their portfolios have been drawdowns are 40-50%, whereas our clients' portfolios are drawdowns are 15 to 20% only because of doing the right asset allocation. Okay, and I got out of 100 families, only 2 calls I got during COVID time, whereas number of our IFA community called me, are you getting a calls from your investors? What should we tell them? And one of the advisor lost hope on the markets also at that time, because that's how the emotions play. And we, though we are an advisors, first of all we are human beings, and we are, and these three qualities are there for everyone. We are lazy, we are crazy, and we are feel like busy. Because of these three inherent qualities of human beings, advisor jaruri hai. Okay, and whatever technology is there, it is only a facilitator. It cannot replace the human emotions of handling the laziness, the craziness, and the busyness of the human beings. Okay, so technology, if we can use it in a better way, that much amount of time we can spend with, the way Datta told, that much amount of time we can listen to the client, that much amount of deeper relationships we can build with the clients, and then there is no competition for us. And as an advisor, I personally feel we don't require so many clients. We require few clients, but for rest of the life. That's all. With this note, I thank you very much, Kanek Bhai, for being a wonderful speaker and reconfirming that asset allocation is the key. Thank you.